Hi everyone, this is Natasha. I wanted to share with you a Mother's Day little project that I made using Wild Orchid craft supplies, as well as an assortment of others, which I will list in the full recipe on my blog. There'll be a link in the description below, but all of the Wild Orchid craft supplies will be listed in the description. So this is a pin-on little mom ribbon, and it started off with one 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. It's 110-pound weight paper. That is definitely the best to use for the base, and I'm not even sure if you could see it, but there's a rosette underneath, and that I used the Tim Holtz paper rosette, and it's the original one. There's also paper mini paper rosettes. Let me show you what that looks like in comparison. Here are these two. So that's the one that I used for the project that I'm sharing with you right now. And these two are just ever so slightly smaller. And I did cut them out so you could see what they look like. This is the smallest one, and this is the medium one. So in comparison, large, medium, and small. So there you go. So I used that pink paper as the base. Then I used a Martha Stewart, I think this is just called Branch Punch. I got it recently, and this was just my samples that were sitting on my desk. I layered that underneath another little die that I used, and it's Provo Craft little tag die with a hole, and it's, oh no, it's Sizzix. It's tag round, so it's a round and it has a little tag space on it, which is right here. And I did use a white eyelet to set that, and the letters Mom are from another strip die, since I pulled out all my strip dies, and that's the Sizzix Hayseed Alphabet, and it comes in upper and lower case. So I used M-O-M right there. It was just the right size to fit on top of that little round tag from Sizzix. And then the focal point of this entire little ribbon, award ribbon, are these beautiful, sorry about the crinkling, white with deep pink center wild roses in 30mm, and that's QVR 062. And earlier in the day, I grabbed this little 10-pack and I added this Elmer's glitter glue, classic glitter glue, and it has long, like eyelash size, long strips of glitter in it. It's also tinted pink, and I just touched it on the bright pink centers just to give it a little bit of a shimmer. So, and those dried in order for me to handle them. So I cut off the stems off of each of the 3 roses that I used, and then after I adhered Mom, I glued them down. All of these were glued down with hot glue. It's the easiest way to have them stay and stick and stay. And then as you can see, there's tiny little flower sequins, and those are Petaloo Dazzlers from the Pink Poodle collection, which comes in white, black, and the bright pink. So I picked out the bright pink, and the easiest way to store them is in these little containers from Dollar Tree, and I just pick them out with a pair of tweezers, dab a little bit of glue on it, and then adhere it where I would like to place them. So essentially I used 3 colors, pink, white, and a tiny little bit of green. The banners were made using Stephanie Bernard's Stamps of Life, this set, and it's this stamp, which I stamped in pigment white, classic pigment white, and it's also from Stephanie Bernard, and that's powdered sugar. And I double cut these with the die right here. That was all part of the set. It was the stamps and the die. I cut it twice and then layered it in between with some dimensional foam, because I needed some weight at the bottom, otherwise it would have been too top heavy if there was only one layer of paper. And I like the way that turned out. This white ink is fabulous. The powdered sugar ink is really, really nice. So you can see it's stamped very, very cleanly. I let that air dry, and then underneath, I'll show you the back. Before I assembled the decorative or the finished back, I added some of the lace trimming, and this is white ruffle organza trim, MKX585, and it comes in 1 meter lengths. And it's just the right kind of foil between all of the different textures. So there's a little rough, there's a little frilly, and this is just a little iridescence, which mimics to some of the sequins. So that was layered on, and then I cut two pieces of felt, one in a round and one in a heart, and both of these are from Sizzix. In the multiple sets, I think the circles come in 8, and I think the hearts also come in 8. And again, I'll have the full list on my recipe. So I adhered a couple of pieces of dimensional foam on the circle in order to have the layers be even because of the layering on the banner pieces. And then I added one of these little pin backs, which I think I picked up at one of the big box stores, and also with hot glue. And then to finish it off, so there's no rough pieces or any glue showing, I cut a little piece of felt in the heart shape, and it fits perfectly over it, so it's easy to open, and there's nothing in the way, there's no glue, there's nothing visible. It just kind of finishes it off, because, you know, if you've taken all the effort to make the front look pretty, I like to finish off the back as well, especially since this is a piece that's going to be worn. So I'm going to give this to my mother this coming Sunday for Mother's Day, and I think I might make one for my sister, whose favorite color is blue, and maybe a little one for our niece in lilac. Obviously everything's scaled down, but I'll have some close-up photographs. If you don't already follow Wild Orchid Crafts YouTube channel, please stop by. I'll have links in the description so you can check out to see what other designers are creating, as well as the Pinterest board where inspiration has been added from customers, as well as all the design team projects, and the Facebook page where occasionally there's surprises and sneak peeks of what's new in the shop. As always, don't forget to thumbs up. It's free for you and it helps me out. And if you would like to share this video with your friends on social media, by all means, just click share below and grab that URL and share it. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. There's a close-up.